Or one of your loud jackets again?
A little bit.
Just kick the computer?
Whiskey. Yeah. Are we going? We're good?
Why do you wear the loudest jackets when
That's
we
my
record
good
a
luck.
podcast?
It's a good luck rub. Try it out. Try it.
You just want me to rub my boobs, pervert.
Oh, disgusting.
Well, you're
never.
the one that's like, try it out. Try it out.
Dude, it's good. It's the key to success. Hey, speaking about success, I'm setting myself up in the right way.
Yeah, tell me what's going on.
Change some things in my life.
Oh, is there like a list? Goals?
So I got my wisdom teeth yanked out of my head.
Yes.
And I was like, I thought that cured my depression. Because I had a theory that I was in a way better mood. I was a lot more positive.
Yeah.
And then my oral surgeon was like, it's probably the pills we gave you. I was like, yeah.
You're like, well, that's crazy.
There's some correlation.
So wait, is the new thing to score more of those pills?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to therapy. But I'm thinking about lying about some stuff.
Please don't. Okay. You're
Because
already going in with
does she need to know everything? It's a little nosy. It's giving...
mind your business.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you're trying to pocket watch almost with just my mental stability. So, like, come on. And also, how crazy... Because I'm, like, filling out all these forms, and I'm like, I feel like I should lie because... And I did a little bit. I tampered because I don't want to show up to her facility... And then there's people with a straitjacket just like waiting to lock me up.
They wouldn't do that. She might suggest medication early on. I don't know, but
I don't want like 7 guards to be like, all right, yeah, we got to take you to the facility. See you later. Here we go. Peace.
Anyone that's listened to our radio show, if at this point they haven't come by, I think you're safe for at least momentary moments. But
yeah.
Okay, so here's the question. Does your therapist, you haven't met with them yet, right?
No.
So you just did like the intake information.
Yes.
Okay. So I know that there are different styles of therapy, obviously.
Yep.
Are you going primarily to address your childhood because you think that that's hindering things currently, or you want to address just current things?
It's a new type of therapy where anytime I play the victim, she hits me. So it's like a shock therapy. It's almost like
I'd be beaten to death. Victim mentality.
Face. No, I don't know. This is what I told her I want to address. I want to address the fact that one, I don't want to feel hopeless and unworthy. Okay.
So deep.
Yeah, I told you I lied. That was me not lying. And I was like, I feel a lot more irritable lately, and I feel like I just fix me. Just do it. You studied, so you can do this, right?
You're actually pretty insightful. Like when I'll tell you things, like even though I give you a hard time, if I tell you like a dream I'm having, you're pretty good at like putting pieces together. Now, granted, that's because I tell you everything in real life.
Dude.
So don't you feel like as an outsider?
Yeah.
Not a professionally trained therapist. Why do you think you've been, what was the word you just used? You've been a lot more short-tempered, would you say?
No, that makes me feel like I drink Monster Energy and wear a tank top.
Not short-tempered. What was the word you used?
Irritable.
Irritable. Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Irritable.
So why do you think you've been more irritable lately?
My knee hurts lately, and
so this has been a long game for you to once again talk about the box jump.
Yeah. My leg still hurts from box jumping at your house.
Okay, just a brief moment. One time, almost a year ago at this point, Colt wore Crocs to a children's playground. We were playing with our kids. Colt is like every man for some reason. They need to do all the playground equipment.
Box jumping on on
concrete blocks.
There was a hill, and I was jumping up on the concrete.
He horribly missed. He did not.
I had it. But my Croc clipped the edge.
Okay, no offense, you clearly didn't.
And wrecked my shin.
You clearly did not almost have the box jump if the brick hit your shin. That means your foot was nowhere near that.
No, my foot clipped it, and then I fell onto it, and it smashed down. My petite 160-pound body came down on that concrete.
Oh, so is that what your license says you weigh? Okay.
I'm lying about everything now.
But he's talked about it for the entire year since. So is this a long game for you just to bring up your shin injury again? That's why you've been irritable?
I'm actually not meeting with a therapist. I'm meeting with a lawyer to sue you for property damage.
Guess what?
Yeah.
We were on public property. We weren't on my property when that happened. We were on the city's property.
Allegedly.
No, I have proof.
We'll see how it pans out.
Okay, but if you could diagnose yourself for real, why do you think you've been more irritable lately? You. You're gonna point at me. You.
I don't know. Well, this is why I'm like, is therapy even necessary? Because isn't everybody irritable?
Yes.
Doesn't everybody feel hopeless sometimes?
For
Doesn't
sure.
everybody? So it's like, are these feelings supposed to be normal? Like, should we be masking some of the feelings as long as they're not like severe? Obviously.
Well, I
like,
don't
are we
think
supposed
you
to
should
feel a little bit?
consistently feel like that always, and
Yeah.
I think you are pretty consistently feeling like that.
Yes.
And so I think
Yes.
the point of therapy isn't the point of therapy isn't like it's going to fix you overnight. It's they're supposed to give you the tools to help you change the things in your life you want to change.
It'd be cool if it was just like a hammer too, like a physical tool, not
Mhm.
like a. Because sometimes, like, dude, I get it, the breath therapy, but I'm not gonna breathe right now.
Okay,
I think we talked about
we
this
did.
before.
My therapist never once. Well, actually, she did have me do a little bit. Like when I was feeling spirally, she did suggest some deep breaths, but she didn't say like that's gonna fix everything. She said that'll like regulate you a little bit so that you can then make logical decisions.
We should have a regulate button for each other. Just boom.
I know.
Regulate.
The problem is okay, so here's how Colt and I work. Colt purposely does and says things to trigger me. He knows exactly how to work me and how to get me riled up. I think I rile you up, but not on purpose. I think I do it, but you don't rile the same way I do. You're a calmer human than I am when it comes to like emotions. You hide your emotions better.
Yeah, I just let it out in little passive things, or not even. I guess it wasn't even passive. It's just like short comments.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yesterday you were like kind of being a bully, and I was like,
kind of. You kind of were though.
I kind of was.
You kind of were, and I
think-
wrote about it in my diary.
Good for you.
And I said Fallon was a bully, and I also had a dream about you last night.
Oh no! Was I being a bully?
No, well, kind. Are you cheating on Jake?
No.
Because I had a dream that you were in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
with Ellen DeGeneres' wife.
Portia de Rossi?
Yeah.
So random.
And you were going out to LA like for every 2 weeks, and you claimed it was like for their dog agency or whatever. They have that dog adoption thing. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
And you were like the head of it, the main influencer, and then it turns out you were with
Portia de Rossi. Okay, very weird. Very weird.
Is there something you want to look me in the eyes?
I can very easily. Never been with a woman. I guess that you know of.
That
Have
I
you
know.
ever been with Portia?
At least in Minnesota.
At least. No, I think, one of the things that I worked on was I actually could probably go back to therapy and work on some things, because my problem is I don't think I'm a perfectionist, but I like things done a certain way. And with you, what sometimes if it doesn't go the way I like think it should go, instead of being calm and logical about it and being like, yeah, we are probably going to have different deliveries or different ideas because we're very different people, I will be like, I say exactly what I'm thinking, which I think is a good thing, except I don't think my delivery is always the best. I have a tone that I think can be aggressive, and I don't hear it that way in my head. But when I've heard myself in the background of videos, I'm like, oh.
Oh, what's happening?
Why does my voice sound like that?
Yeah, and well, what sucks is there's no right way to do what we're doing either, really.
No,
So there's
no.
no answer. So it's just like, and then especially when you're like, well, I think my way is right. And then it's like, well, I think my way is right. And it's like, well, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what'd you write in your journal about me?
I actually don't have a journal, but
You're going to start one now?
I draw photos. And it'll be like
Was it-
Fallon.
Was
with
it a
a, like-
photo of you stabbing me?
And then me like,
So when do you start
No, I'm
actual
kidding.
therapy then?
in a couple days. Yeah. But it's weird because I think she wants to be my friend already.
Oh my God, Colt.
She
Stop reading into
she
people.
sent me this
He
whole
also
document.
thinks that Trader Joe's employees are hitting on him.
She was lobbing me up because she sent me this whole like document that was like, hey, we can't be friends. Like, I don't want my client and this is
Right.
like something she sends to everybody,
Yep.
unless just me. But she's like, I can't accept Facebook friends or
Right.
Instagram, and I'm like, I feel like she's just doing this to kind of ease her way into like, I know the document said this, but we're chill. We could We could be Instagram buddies or whatever. So I don't know. Somehow I know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down. She's gonna start doing whatever she does.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna be like, "Wow, man,
This is someone I want to spend time with.
he's such a good person for what he had to overcome. He's so awesome."
What did you say were the two things you want to stop?
Worthlessness and hopelessness.
The dream person I want to hang out with. You know what I mean? Oh, we can't afford actual sound effects, so the effects of Colt will be doing those. When I went to my therapist, I've gone to so many different ones, but one I went to, she did the same thing with like, we can't be friends, and if we see each other in public, she was like, I can't initiate anything. If you say hi to me, I can say hi, but she can't acknowledge me, because I shouldn't have to be like, when someone's like, oh, who's that? Be like, that's my therapist, if I don't want people to know. So, which I only ever saw her once in public ever.
That's why it'd be cool to be a therapist, because then you could just like get somebody you don't really like as a client, and then you'd be like, sorry.
Yeah, can't be friends.
Can't hang out with you Saturday.
But when I went to my like therapist, we never really talked about my childhood and all that stuff. Like the one that I actually liked the most, we didn't do like a background thing and build up. That's why I asked you in the beginning if you're like, you want to address that, to unpack that, to fix where you're at now.
I mean, that's probably where everything stems for everybody, probably, right?
It does, but my therapist was like, for you, we don't really need to go there, because we were addressing kind of current issues.
Oh, that's tough.
And how I was handling them, and she never was like,
I think she was trying to hurry you out.
Hurt me?
Hurry you out. I think she was trying to be like, all right, let's try to skip over as much as we can. Boom. All right, you graduated. See it.
You got to quit going in with such a hurtful outlook.
That is also something else I said. I said, I want to stop like spiraling on the worst case scenario. That's what I want to stop.
First of all, I used to think I was bad about it until I met Colt. I was like, oh my God. And I had to actively be like, Colt, stop doing that, because you're making me look at things like I wouldn't have even second glanced at, you know?
I had a theory about the Titanic also I would like to address.
If it's that it didn't happen, we're moving forward.
I put myself in the position, right? Not like if I was Jack or anything, but like if I was just literally on
Jack's
the Titanic.
Not real, so sure.
If I was on the Titanic. And here's my thing. I was like, okay, I feel like I could definitely, and we might have to do some fact checking. Can you pull up
no.
on the computer? You can't type in?
I don't know if I open a window if it'll stop the recording.
I don't think it will. If you start, yeah, so that Chrome, because I want to fact check myself really quick, because I think personally, if I was on the Titanic, right? Let me just start out by saying this. I could definitely swim to shore.
Can you get to the question? No, you couldn't.
How
far from shore did the Titanic sink?
Yeah, let's see.
I know exactly where you're going. About 400 miles, Colt.
Yeah, that's rough.
You couldn't even swim a mile.
Yeah, that's tough, dude. Okay, well,
no.
What about this floating? What if I'm just floating until...
In ice cold water?
I take cold showers once a year. What is... Like, Google it. How cold was the water? Let's see.
How cold
I'm just seeing, like, what is my problem?
Oh, my God, it's the first... 28 degrees Fahrenheit, -2 Celsius.
Damn, that's a cold ride, boy.
Considered extremely cold and a major factor in the high death toll among those who fell in the ocean.
Dang, and you can't...
Even a brief exposure to such cold water can cause immediate cold shock, leading to muscle paralysis and difficulty breathing.
Yeah, see, I like this.
It quickly leads to hypothermia, causing loss of body heat and eventually death.
Yeah, that's... All
Bro.
right. So
shut up.
So could I paddle to shore? Maybe that's the question. Maybe.
The guy who rides an e-bike into work? No.
I could probably figure out a way to energize. Well, I guess just like an electric rowboat would be you just forcing other people to do it for you, probably.
Listen.
See, these are the other conclusions. I also want to correct this about myself in therapy. I want to look at things logically. Because I feel like I'm so... not spontaneous, impulsive, that I picture myself doing these things. I'm like, nah, wait, hold on.
I do not. I know you use the wrong word, but you are not spontaneous.
Not at all. But wait, I'm telling you though, I think I could swim. You said 400 miles?
I'm gonna die.
if it's
no.
between me, I'm trying to get out of that cold water as fast as possible.
Bro,
I'm using it as motivation.
You are the Billy Zane character. You would have pushed a woman and child down probably to get your spot in the boat.
I probably would have carried a couple on my back and swam.
And sank faster. They'd be like, no, we're good. We'll get the boat. No, I'm shit. And they're like, seriously, dude, I don't want to ride on your back.
Dude, how pissed would you be, though, if you were on? I'd be so mad. I'd be like, dude, how did you not see this? I'd be complaining the whole way down underwater. I'd be like, it was right there. It's a massive chunk of ice.
It does make you wonder how they missed it, you know?
True.
It's like, for me, I can see, like, if I go to take a drink of something, I can see the tiniest little thing floating in my cup of water.
Yes.
Great comparison.
Hair, like a little piece of hair or something.
Little black speck. Great comparison, Fallon.
Yeah.
How did he not see a massive iceberg straight ahead as the guy screams?
Dude, whoever was in the, what do they call it? The nest? Whoever was, like, in the...
Yeah, I think in a boat it's called a nest.
Whoever was in the nest, eyeballing the, I don't know, whatever, the ocean.
Fell asleep.
He was getting it in with someone. I don't know. That's my theory. How did they get distracted?
How did they
He was on TikTok. Yeah, the first TikTok.
The crew likely didn't see the iceberg because of a combination of factors, including a calm sea with no waves breaking around the iceberg, making it difficult to spot, the lack of a moon, which further reduced visibility, the binoculars in the crow's nest. Cole!
Got it!
You're genius! Being misplaced. What?
That's the one thing you have up there.
He misplaced
What are you
binoculars?
misplacing? Yeah, see, this is all a bunch of...
The iceberg being partially submerged with only a small portion visible. Yeah,
yeah,
I
but you
wouldn't
should
have noticed
know
it either.
that. You should know that, though.
I'd be in the bird's nest.
Snacking.
Getting my eagle on. Getting some sippies.
Dude, that's what
getting
I'm saying.
Snappies.
Like, yeah, and especially in this day and age, it's kind of like well, I guess I have like navigation now. Like, thank God for actual computerized things, because now it would just be someone on TikTok or Instagram Reels, just like, oh, what are Fallon and Colt dancing to today?
From New York to the Titanic sink. 1,300 miles.
Oh, wait, what?
Did you swim that?
1,300 miles. How?
Nope. Stop. Go to therapy. Stop.
If I had the proper floating device, maybe.
Like a boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an actual boat. Who saved them? Who came after them? I know nothing about this.
This is the worst podcast ever.
I know nothing about this at all.
The Titanic survivors. The RMS Carpathia rescued survivors.
God
The British
bless.
passenger liner arrived 2 hours after the Titanic sank, and its crew saved
God
over
bless.
700 people
Damn.
from the lifeboats. That's crazy to
Oh.
have that much space on their boat.
Dude, that had to be so sick when you saw that thing pulling up.
Yeah. The captain of the boat, in case you wanted to put a little respect on his name, Captain Arthur Henry Rostron.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's all. I always respect that when they... And did the captain...
No, I refuse to Google one more thing. That is the end of this podcast.
Oh, it's it? Or,
This has been called... Wait, what should we call this episode?
Let's combine Titanic and therapy.
Therapy? No, that's
Therapy?
different. That's Theratanic.
Theratanic.
Nope, that sounds satanic.
Oh, oops. Yeah.
Isopy?
Yes.
Icebergapy?
Icebergathy.
Theraberg?
No, therapy. I don't know how to say therapy, actually, I don't think.
Oh, no.
Titanic.
Huh?
Titanic.
Where's thigh?
Therapy.
Just therapy?
Yeah.
I'm not calling this Titanic.
Titanic.
I'm just going to call it Iceberg straight ahead.
Sure.
Hey, thanks for listening. We're Fallon and Colt, by the way. I don't think we ever said that.